morning. So because of the title of this video, it reminded me of the girl that sang it, beautiful voice, who was also an excellent drummer, which also then reminded me of a girl that just raised money for, because she's got anorexia. She was a person on a TV show, some kind of celebrity, 15 minutes fame type of thing, and they raised $65,000 so she could get treatment. Now that's what I call a fucking expensive McDonald's set. $65,000, really? I'd just be ordering Uber, pocket 50,000, order Uber 3 times a day. Lena Zavaroni, another one, anorexia, child star. Or Sue Kudasai. Or Sue, please, vinegar. Now, before Nicolas Cage made Leaving Las Vegas difficult, I said to a friend of mine when I was a young man, what would you do if you won on the lottery? And he said, I would drink myself to death. Well, お客様すぐお持ちしていただくようにお願いします。お持ちしますので、すみません。Now, it doesn't take like fucking long to use vinegar. So I'm going to find this customer and ask him if he's finished it. He's had his grubby little fingers all over it, so I better use a fork. How much does a plate of chips cost in England? I watched a great episode of Undercover Boss. About a Jamaican company in America called Golden Crust. Seems a very nice guy. Made me think if I should do it, Undercover Boss. Big earthquake last night, but fortunately no one was there. Over 1 year, good, you know. Oh, that's what, because of a lockdown, a lot of people were saying that, yeah. My next door neighbour's an hairdresser, but I think he's okay. There's one, there was a big one, and they made that close down. Really big building. Well, they live upstairs, so. Did you cut most of it off? Crazy, isn't it? I remember in New Zealand they used to wear masks because they said that when they cut hair, there's like little particles that can get in your system. You know, you can swallow little particles of air, so it's better to wear a mask. What's up with the drinks machine? So if I had to go and get the vinegar from this guy, because if it had been up to the fucking staff and him, I'd be still waiting. I can't order eggs from this place again because they don't know how to, or they do it on purpose. Do you know who Iwama is? Someone asked, said to me, go past his, have you been past his house? So I went past his house yesterday, and he was stood in the window with his arms crossed and a white vest on. I waved to him. So it was raining all night, and I've got like a... Yesterday afternoon I went and picked up a load of light fittings, and I was going to go to the sushi place, but the window seat, I was about to reserve the window seat, and that was at 4 o'clock, and as I got there the girl said she'd just taken a reservation for it, so I just stayed in. Yeah, in Japan, a lot of people have barry cans and you shave it yourself. I've got one, and there's a brand called Mongo. It's funny, is your trip essential? Yeah, I look like a fucking caveman. Look, there's it. Drive to the big home centre and rent a battery screwdriver. That would be a lot quicker. Taking apart these light fittings. But they don't open till 9. Not many around this morning. Well, I guess in Japan they're all in bed. But in England, oh, does it go back this weekend? Well, maybe tomorrow or today. So in England it should be about 10 o'clock, I think. 10:30. I'm just going to get a cup of tea. Just checking that's still working. Saw some very sad news yesterday. The suicides amongst young people in Japan, teenagers, has gone up dramatically. That's very sad. So it's really affected them not being able to see their friends, especially amongst young girls. That's awful news. Thank you. Yeah, I got this from an American friend. I got 3. They're a little bit too big because they were juggling hats. I can't find the other one. Well, I think one is spoiled. It was like a bowler hat. It was really cool. You can see it in some videos. And the other one was a red one, a red trilby. So no, not today. I just had some chips. So I used to have like a toast. Have a toast, egg, and drinks for $329, but I just thought, I got fed up of buttering the toast. Sometimes the toast wasn't done properly, so reduce stress, just eat chips. But they've got a special on drinks at the moment, so for the drinks machines, it's like 100 yen, which is of course great value. Yep, tried that, it's great, I love it, I eat it often. Also tomatoes on toast. Last night I found a Vietnamese supermarket, so I was very happy. Because I bought some coriander. I think they call it bakuchi or something like that in Japanese. What did you have for tea tonight? I just had a load of meat last night, 3 different types of meat. And then put some coriander on top. I bought a fucking broccoli about a week ago. It's going yellow. Did you see the story of the old woman in San Francisco? She got punched in the face by a fucking idiot. And then she attacked him with a stick. So they had to send for an ambulance to take this fucking idiot away. But she was still injured, they just left her there. But the good news is they've raised over $600,000 for this woman, which is great. Maybe I should do a reverse one. Yeah, but I'm sure the people that are doing this must be fucking mental. And the sad thing is sometimes they're killing these people as well. I blame religion for some of them. Can you imagine that if people started attacking Americans because of all the trouble that they caused in Central and South America, in Europe, in the Middle East? Well, not in Europe, in the Middle East. And then they're surprised. They're blowing up buildings and killing people. My favourite curry? I don't know. I've forgotten more, to tell you the truth. But I made a korma once, it was great. Korma, I like korma. But there are so many in, I forgot what they are, to tell you the truth. But I just know that the curry, you get a really small portion. I think the best curry I had here was a Balti curry, and it was in down the line from me, about 20 minutes, in this shopping centre, and I think that was one of the best ones. Also, I had some. There was a Punjab, a traditional, like you get in England, not a restaurant but like a cafe, you know, with just plain tables, no fucking frilly stuff on the walls, just like a cafe. But it was 1,000 yen. So it wasn't cheap, and they had proper chapatis. But the ones that I like are paratha. This I worked with this Afghanistan guy, old guy, and he brought the food with him from home, and he gave me the food, you know, a curry and a paratha. Fucking fantastic day. I got 10,000 yen as well. But very popular over here and overseas as well as the Japanese style curry. There's a chain, I don't know if you've been over here, there's a chain, and they just said it's the same curry, and then they just put different things in it. The sauce is the same. I suppose it's a good business idea. And then they give, if you want it stronger, they charge you like 10 or 20 yen per spoonful of chili powder. But I was noticing that in this area, they all seem the same, the curries. And then I came across a Nepalese, so I'm guessing that these guys, they cook up all the curry, and then they just send it out to the fucking restaurants, or they sell it to the restaurants. So the business is not having a shop, the business is providing wholesale to the shops. What's your favourite curry? The plan today was go and take fucking hundreds of these neon lights, smash them up, then take a load of wire from the place. That's what I used to do. I used to clean this place up and then take a load of wire to pay for my time. But the one of the sons didn't like it. But they've just accumulated so many fucking... they've just accumulated so many neon lights now. So I think they'll appreciate it. Clean yourself up, get a fucking wash. Shoe nice. How's your money making escapades? Dude, you lost your channel, you fucking dickhead. I don't know if you know this prick. He fucking eats or pretends to drink fucking bottles of vodka. I know his fucking trick. And he eats up stupid things, and then fucking YouTube cancelled him. And then the wanker went and did a fucking grovelling video to fucking YouTube. The fucking worthless fucking cunt. Yeah, it's a busy day. Stop being a loser. I'll have to follow your fucking courses, won't I? How to be a loser. How many viewers did... how big was your channel? I bet you were getting a few $1,000s a month, you useless cunt. So this prick pops his nose in now and again. Clean yourself out there, cheeky cunt. I had a shower the other day. 2 days ago. I thought you'd fucked off, silly cunt. Dislike. Well done. You're such a fucking prick. But I got 2 likes. Take that shoe out of your fucking arse. That was the most pathetic thing I'd ever seen. When I'm sorry, YouTube, you were right. Please forgive me. I will be a good boy. Fucking wanker. Watch him pop up with another comment in a minute, this stupid prick. No, he's alright, he's a cunt. You've got to keep some cunts around to remember that, to remind yourself that you're not as a bigger cunt. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on OnlyFans showing his little cock off. Yeah, I've done that before. Getting out of the fucking truck and catching the fucking accelerator. Yeah, people have killed themselves doing that, pal. I hope you learnt your lesson. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times actually. Fucking catching the accelerator as I was getting out of the car to do something. Yeah. Shoe Nice reminds me of this guy from Hull in this area. He married a fucking doctor's daughter, and then he asked the doctor for his hand in, or appreciation, or what do you call it? Recommendation, agreeance to him marrying his daughter. And the doctor said to him, "What if I said no?" And guess what this wanker said? "I'd cry." What a fucking wanker. That's you, Dave, by the way, if you're watching. So you managed to... What I have a thing in... What I do when I'm in traffic, waiting, I put it in park. Because one or two times I've caught the fucking accelerator and nearly banged into the car in front of me. You know, especially being like nodding off. Yeah, so it was... Fucking hell. How big a car is it? I'm just going to cappuccino. Yep. I guess you're lucky it was a small car, yeah? I I bought this car at auction for 600 quid with my uncle, and it was a what do you call the big car companies in America? GM. It was a GM car, but with a different name for Europe. It was like fucking 1 ton, and the battery fucked up. And trying to shove one of those fuckers into like a parking place. Fuck, that was one of the hardest things I'd ever done, apart from shoving the truck as well. Yeah, treat yourself to new car, pal. Hey, look at that! Look at this! Look at this by accident. I made a pretty pattern. That's all right, isn't it? That's the best one I've ever done. I am in gusto. It had a radio channel on really fucking loud. I just can't go in there and fucking do that. I haven't had a max meal for maybe 3 weeks now, because every now and again I would have like an egg sandwich and chips and Coke, but like I haven't had that for about 3 weeks. The last max I had was like an apple pie. I was what, Teddy? The max, well, generally they're all the same unless there's something wrong with it. Sometimes, because on a Saturday or Sunday they prepare a lot of fries. Oh, the earthquake! It was. I just felt it very, very lightly. But I'm a long way from that, so I'm about 500, 600 kilometers away from it, but I still felt it. Just very, very slightly, 2 little shakes. And then about 1 hour later or so, I looked on the news and it came up that there'd been an earthquake. No one's been injured, or maybe 2 small injuries, I think. It was a big earthquake, but it was under the sea. Oh yeah, there's a very famous one, wasn't there, in Alaska? Did you get the money from the state in Alaska? Oh, okay. Did you like living in Alaska? Do they still have that? Years ago I read that they kept the engines running all night. Was that bullshit? So the engine block wouldn't freeze. You just put a fucking blanket around the engine, wouldn't you? No, the answer is that nope to the engine. When you said they plugged their car in, what do you mean? They have like an electric heater or something? But if you kept the engine running, you're gonna fucking kill. People are gonna get killed with the carbon monoxide, aren't they? So what? So they have, for example, like an electric blanket. Why don't they just fucking insulate the garages really thick? You know, in parts of Europe, they have walls that are fucking 4 foot thick. I'll have to have a look at it on, try to see it on YouTube, see if you fully understand it. Oi, hello Stevie B. But the thing is with that, surely it'd be very easy to forget, especially if you had like fucking 6 points. In this area you might get like a frost of wind every now and again. Hey brother, have a beer. I think you should get Grammarly, Steve. Have beer. Oh, really expensive places then. Did you see that bear chasing people in Russia? It wasn't a very big one. I'm sure it could get a lot bigger. But this... Oh dear. That might stop a lot of people fucking staying there. Stevie, it's early in the morning, pal. I don't usually have a beer in the morning. In so many, I think I've had a beer in the morning maybe on 3 occasions. Like a beer in the morning would be like before 10 o'clock. But a lot, I said, oh no, I've done it, I have done it, yeah, a couple of times, yeah. But it was after 10. Like I'd take a load of scrap, get some money, and then go and buy a beer at the Sukiya. Oh, that's good. Yeah, there was a similar thing here in Japan. So when they didn't pass a law, for the petrol to be paid, for petrol to go from taxes from the gasoline for the state, the law ran out and they didn't renew the law. So when they didn't renew the law, we got like 30 to 40 yen off a litre of gasoline. Not for long though. Yeah, they're trying to do that because they can't. They've got to fight against it. Because if it's a tax rebate, you'll find the people that don't pay fucking tax get all the fucking rebate. They can't. If you look at, there'll be some cunt behind it, like fucking Bezos. Same with all these fucking laws, there's always some cunt behind it. But like I say, I think it's when people start to get all this money, their brain changes, without a doubt. So I guess all the Indians, they got that. The native Indians living there, yeah? So I guess they depend on it for their for their Johnny Walker. Just shoot one of the fucking politicians. That's the way to do it. Because they've been lining their fucking pockets. I've just come to the conclusion it's a right pain in the arse trying to fucking make your own food. So I just mind, because a lot of it goes to, you can get a spinach dish for 200 yen. Wow, that's $200. Oh, what about the American? What about the American? What's it? Black. What? So how much do they get then? How much would your mum get once a year? Really? Yeah, it's something I couldn't do really. I've done it once or twice here because I saw an older guy doing it, an old Japanese, and it looked really cool. So a lot of people drink beer with a breakfast. Is it just one? So it's not, yeah, it's not a massive amount then, is it? You couldn't fucking live. It's like a month's, well, it's a month's money or something like that. If you get paid shit. It's not even a month's money, is it? Unless you work at McDonald's. Well, I don't know when people will be able to get into Japan. Because if they're not letting in the fucking visitors for the Olympics, then it's going to be quite a fucking while before they let anyone in, isn't it? My friend he's been here since he was 50. He's Australian, but he first came here when he was 15, so he's spent about 25 years here, and he had trouble getting back into Japan. Well, in England, you don't. If English beer will fill you up straight away, so you can't really have. You can only have a sandwich. Or I'll say that again. So the beer in Japan goes really well with the food. That's it, the Kodiak Bear. That's in that area, isn't it? So one night, I was in the hub. I was meeting two friends. And I met before they came, I met this guy from England. And he couldn't speak properly. So he'd had and he was teaching. But I didn't want to ask him, how can you teach when you can't fucking speak properly? And so this Austrian American came. He was born in Austria, but he spent a lot of his life in Austria as a football player. And he said to this guy, he goes, "What's up with your voice?" And this guy, he was from England. He went ballistic. So, and I thought that's fucking why I didn't ask him. Yeah, sometimes it's best to wait for them to offer an explanation. Yeah, sometimes in I think in Japan, in Hokkaido, the bears kill people, and they showed a footage once of this farmer and a bear running towards him. This is why I don't go hiking in the mountains. Or if you do go hiking in the mountains, take a very old friend with you. Oh really? Wow. Fucking hell. Is it if you hurt its feelings, is it a smaller fine? Well, I guess that's what's that. You know, I'm just wondering now in America with all these fires they have in California, just what percentage are caused by fucking homeless people or they're done on purpose. And I do know that volunteer firemen they start fires. And the last one, and when I mentioned this to a friend he was supporting the channel, and when I mentioned this to him, he was a part-time fireman, and he fucking cut everything off. He never visited the channel again. I wasn't accusing him of fucking starting fires, but I was saying that it's been proved volunteer firemen do start fires to get some money. There was one. She was a female. She was a female firefighter, and she reckoned she burned a letter. She burned a love letter from a boyfriend.